Let's read source 3 for the historical artifacts investigation. It's titled Uncertain Devices. But first, let's remind ourselves of the central question, which is our purpose for reading the source. Which sources are most reliable for learning about the dodecahedron? Okay, now let's start reading the source here with the attribution to find out where the source comes from. Modified from Surveying Instruments of Greece and Rome, 2004, written by M.J.T. Lewis, published by Cambridge University Press. Now let's read the headnote for more details about the source. M.J.T. Lewis studied classics at the University of Cambridge and was an expert on industrial archaeology, artifacts used in industry. He wrote a book on surveying instruments of Greece and Rome. Surveying is measuring the land in order to make a map or plan. The only mention of the dodecahedra in the book is in a section at the end of the book called Uncertain Devices. Okay, now we're ready to read the source itself. Let's read what M.J.T. Lewis wrote in his book. One suggestion is that they were for surveying. One historian proposed that the Roman surveyor would look through a pair of holes, holding the instrument far enough from his eye for the circles to coincide. He would then instruct his assistant, holding a rod of given length, to move far enough in the required direction for the rod to fill the opening precisely. The distance between surveyor and assistant would then be the length of the rod multiplied by the figure appropriate to the pairs of holes being used. But there are many objections to this suggestion. Most dodecahedrons do not have such neat proportions. No dodecahedron has a dimension or scale inscribed against the hole, and it would be far simpler and more accurate to measure the distance directly by rope or rod.